On?
Yes, we are on it. It's going to give me a time countdown like it always does.
Okay.
Hi guys, hello, everybody. It's MicheleMarieDalene, and of course today I have a friend that's off camera, but he's going to be joining us. His name is Ed. And before we do that, I want to explain one thing to those of you who are looking for the YouTube chats. We're not going to be publishing the chat questions because of the fact is that the trolls seem to enjoy it and they make our lives miserable with that. So we're not going to publish the chat questions at this point. But we are going to do is
set up a format for discussions.
We have a topic, we have a format, but we also have and I'm trying to watch a couple things simultaneously in the background here. We have a couple things in the background too. So we're gonna, this time I got everything organized. Ones pop out the chat so I can see them, and I don't have to worry about everything else that's running in here. Okay, so now we are in that chat, and let's go back out to Hangouts here so I can see me. Make sure I'm in the screen. Come on, cursor. Don't give me cursors. Okay, so let's go to Hangouts. All right, so first of all, I see we have no chatters at this point, but it's still early. I paged Rhonda. Rhonda obviously did not come on yet, and I can repage Rhonda again. I invited Will Grace. She didn't come on either.
What about the pig guy with the pigs?
And he said he couldn't make it either. So let's go back. Let's page around again. And what about Unique Monique? Monique Moore? Sure, why not? And well, Grace. Okay. And what about Sherry Heat and Love?
Yeah, Heat and Love. Yeah, Sherry Heat and Love. Yeah, she would get on.
Yeah.
What's she doing?
But she does her shop name is the Jewelry Lady, so okay, so I have to look up her contact because I'm not finding her right now.
So now you got nobody that wants to contact you on this show right now.
Not yet. We got one person that's watching right now, but
who is it?
And so I'm gonna get to that person in a second, guys. Yeah. So I'm just gonna check something here. Well, I'll tell you what. I don't have any way to contact Sherry right now. I can go look up for her contacts, but I want to look and see who else is here right now. There's no one actually is physically chatting yet. So I'm gonna go back to the chat and re-invite those people that we just clicked. I'll have to do Sherry when I see Sherry, since I don't have Sherry's information. Okay. All right. So let me introduce you. The person who's talking to me off camera. I have Ed here. Ed is a man of many talents. He's worked in the circuses in the past. He's into model trains. He's into real trains. I've known him for over 25 years.
Cars. I'm into cars, all kinds of car companies and cars.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I'll let you do most of the introduction. I'm just getting kind of people aware of who you are. So you can kind of see Ed over there in the corner. Here, wave your hand up in the air, Ed. There you go. That's Ed over there. It's because we didn't have room over here for him. So sitting over there at the other desk next to his cat. Yeah. Okay, so Ed, since you have hello, how you doing? How you doing?
Hi. No, come here.
It's no to talk to you.
Why with this person?
Yo, what up, nigga?
Wow! You're blowing my ears in here. Let me turn the sun on it.
Michelle, can you get me on here so I can do my introduction?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. I'm one of Michelle's best friends for 25 years. I don't know what you heard about me. There's a lot of stuff and garbage going around, but, you know, I'm just a simple person, but I have a lot of interest, good interest for for people to talk about. I have a Facebook page. I have an interest in classic cars, classic car companies, American Motors, Mopar. I work for circus and carnivals. I talk about that. I rock and roll music and classic rock band.
Hello?
Stones and Monkeys fan and Beatles fan, and so I talk about that stuff. But you know, this is her station. But I was saying, we'll put a topic, and you know, I like to talk about it. But one of the things we like to talk about is because she tried to invite a friend of hers to the station, is the decline of the circuses and the animal cruelty people. We wanted to talk about too. So I'll let you go. Thank you.
Okay, so anyway, how you doing, Monique?
Hey, I'm doing fine. How are you?
All right. I know this has probably been the first time in a while since you've been on the air.
Yeah.
So, want to say hi to Ed over there?
Hi.
Do you hear it?
Hello.
What's up?
I'm here. What kind of stuff you like to talk about?
I don't know. I wasn't really prepared for this, to be honest. I just seen the call and I joined, so here I am.
Well, do you like there's a couple of different topics that I'm interested. I try to get Michelle interested in. It's her channel. I'm just a guest, but I like to talk about classic cars. I like to talk about circus and carnivals. I work there, abusement of animals, which I'm not behind. With it, you know, circuses decline and everything like that. And real trains, model trains. I'm into that. I'm into sports, really big into sports teams and all that kind of stuff. So I like to talk about a lot of stuff. I'm just an interesting person. I mean, I'm into a bunch of stuff.
Okay.
I'll cook you something.
Oh, well, I don't really know. So just I guess you can start about any topic and we'll take it from there.
Okay. Would you like to talk about classic cars?
I don't know much about cars, to be honest.
No. Okay. How about rock and roll bands?
Nope.
No. Okay.
What about your life?
What about it, Michelle?
I mean, like, me and Ed are older. We've been out this road a lot longer. We kicked a lot of tires. And any questions about things in life you always wanted to know about?
Hold on one second.
Okay. Yeah, for those of you guys who wanted to know, I am actually doing things a little differently this time. We're not going to be focusing on the YouTube chats. Let's see. Email is hacked. I'm fine. I'm on the road. Okay, so Cletus is online. So I guess I can ask him is, would you like to, oh, sorry, I don't have to scream into my lines here. Okay. Would you like to join?
Well, I'm here if there's a topic you want to talk about with Michelle here, and I'm here to join in if you want. I'm standing by.
Okay. I'm just sending a message to Cletus. He's going to possibly be joining us. It's another guy. So anyway, Monique, how's your grandmother doing? She doesn't signed off already. I see that. So it's one of those days it gets kind of slow around here. So, okay. All right, so let me just send this link out to him. So I'm going to put out an all call on the chat, even though I don't like doing that because that's such a nasty habit of sending the really cretins to the channel, which I don't want to deal with, but I'll just paste this one time. So, okay. Click here to join. Okay, so I sent a link to him. Okay, so as we're saying is now we're seeing a lot of changes in the world around us every day, and so I'm figuring since right now we're waiting for people to talk, I'm also ask you, what do you think about what's going on with the world today with the issues in the world? Do you think the kids are naturally stupid, or do you think they just play stupid to be on TV? Ed.
What?
I just asked you a question. Well, put the microphone towards you so you don't have to.
No, but wait a minute, I'm coming back over now.
What's that? Okay. So.
I'll be back over there in a minute.
What are you eating dinner?
No, I'm in the kitchen. I'll be there in a minute. Mixing some drink.
You gonna try to clean up the what?
Nothing. I'll be right over there in a minute, Michelle.
Okay, well, I'm gonna see if anybody else joins that. For those of you who wondered if we have to plug the microphone back in, that's the reason why you couldn't hear me too well. So, I asked Ed a question, which what I asked you was, do you think the kids of today are really stupid, or do you think they just play stupid to be on TV? That's the question I asked you.
Depends on. Over there. Give me a minute,
All right. So, anyway, I have Ed here.
Just give me a minute. I'm getting back over there.
He's just walking by me. You're going to see him. He's actually going to be off camera because he's doing something else. And
so what were
so
what were you asking me now? I'm on the phone again. I'm on the camera. What you were asking me? What were you asking me?
I just asked you a question. No, you don't have to hold the microphone. We can hear you.
I know, but what were you asking?
I said was this: do you think today's kids are really stupid, or do they just play stupid to be on TV?
No, I don't think they're all stupid. There was a girl that I saw last night on YouTube talking about the monkeys, and she made a lot of sense about what you're saying about the monkeys, rock and roll band, that they belong in the Hall of Fame. And she was a younger girl. I would say she's under 30. So no, not all of them are. Not everybody is. It's you know, and she really shocked me because she had a lot of knowledge for her age. I think it's all about whoever, you know, how their parents brought them up or whatever they're into. Every person is different.
Yeah.
So you can't judge them all. But nowadays there is a lot of kids though that are out of touch. I have to say that.
Yeah.
You know, it's too bad, but they are. You know, like these animal rights activists that want to knock the circuses out because they're saying, you know, they're mistreating animals. A lot of these people that are these animal rights, so-called animal rights activists, are young people that don't even know the first thing, never worked for a circus like I did. They don't even know the first thing about animal care, wild care, whatever. You know, and it just, you know, it all depends on the person, but really, that's the way it is, you know?
How long have you worked for the circuses?
How long did I work for the circuses?
Yes.
I worked with the circuses really not that long, for 1 year in 1990. But I traveled the whole East Coast with Ringling Brothers and half of the East Coast with Clyde B. Cole Brothers.
Right.
So I was there long enough to know about what was going on.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, right now, like I said, I'm watching the two chats, and I don't see anyone joining us on the local chat. So let's see if anybody showed up on the other chat. Like I said, I wouldn't share the chats on the screen, folks. I didn't say I wouldn't read them on occasion. Right now, there's no one on here. But then again, people usually around 6:14 or so. They don't usually come on until about 6:30-ish. Now, let's talk about the last Sunday's chat, the one that kind of got her boiling mad. Since obviously we got some dead air, we got to fill it. So I figured enough talk with that. About the people that were pestering you last Sunday.
because people were talking about me that I don't even know who they are, and saying that I'm this and I'm that and judging me
Right.
when, you know, they say they know me. And honestly, I stay to myself. Personally, I stay to myself as a person. And I've never done nothing wrong to anybody, any people that I've been associated with. I always try to do them good. And basically over the years, I have ended up getting screwed over by a lot of people because I'm a giving person like Michele is. And I am not an asshole that tries to see what they can get out of people, or I'm not a drunk or none of that. So I don't know where these people got that or why they would say that, but you know, that really upset me, you know, and it just, I still wonder where they got that from.
We have a
Yeah.
hunch of it. Maybe somebody that knew Ed from another engagement that may have been why they said that stuff. In other words, people who have known Ed in the past, maybe ex-girlfriends that may have kind of spread some rumors, because one of them is very much a gossip mouth. I'm not going to give names at this point, but clearly Ed is, you know, is quite a different person than people think he is. He's not a bad guy everybody says he is, and that's important to remember. Is when you listen to Ed and you listen to the way he talks to you, and the fact is yes, when he gets upset, he says things that he regrets, same as anybody else. But I think that really Ed is not necessarily the monster they make him out sound like. He got upset last week on the live show because he didn't know who these people were. They just started talking horrible things about him without even getting to know the man.
And the thing was too, is I was listening and they were mimicking and trying to pick fun at my friend here, Michele, because I listened to it, and they weren't interested about trying to make her radio show to help her out to do things. I was listening to the whole thing. They were playing games with her, mimicking her, making fun of it, and trying to make a game out of it, which was totally wrong. I don't know who these people were, but you know, they shouldn't even, they should just stay out of it. And you know, I don't know what, they just think it's fun to try to mess around with somebody, you know, if they don't like what they're saying or whatever. It's not right, you know.
Right. Did you know that they are supposedly boycotting this channel because we wouldn't play their game?
Good. We should boycott it, because we should boycott it. I mean,
they're
they should
boycotting us because.
But they should, you know, who cares? Really, I mean, they're going to boycott our channel because they can't accept the fact. Maybe I exposed them for what they were. Maybe that has something to do with it. Well, if that's true, Michele, you know, it's probably good, because these kind of people don't have any place in your talk show when you're trying to talk about things that make sense, world events, whatever. You're trying to get a show together, and they're sitting there trying to make a mockery and a joke out of it. It's ridiculous.
Well, one of the people just came on the chat, but his chat comment is not very complimentary. I'm just going to ignore it because it's not worth discussing it. And so obviously somebody didn't get the message. And the message is very simple, ladies and gentlemen. We're not showing you the YouTube chats this time, because every time we show you the YouTube chats, YouTube's demonetization robot gets all excited. It starts demonetizing the chats or the live streams. So, nor are we going to allow any nasty language to be used on this channel. And I'll be honest, I say this: if you cannot live by those rules, then find another channel, because this channel is, we have a certain flow we want to keep. And that is, we want to keep our channel clean, and, you know, with respect for families, which is really something else he wants to talk about, which is the circuses, because Ed, you know, you've seen how the animal rights activists are actually trying to destroy an entertainment that was very much enjoyable for families for hundreds of years. That is the American circus.
Yes, it is. I worked for the circus back in 1990 for a year almost. I saw firsthand how the animals are treated. First of all, what's really a joke about this whole thing is they have to show care for animals, veterinary care, what have you, etc.
Right.
These animal rights activists, what they're doing is ridiculous.
Right.
They have no concrete or anything behind what they're saying about the animals being mistreated. And I'll tell you, okay, I know these people before I talk to these people, and then years after I talk to circus people. They treat these animals like family.
Right.
What they did, what these people did, these animal rights activist people, all they did was you took an animal that was used to performing. It was used to a circus life. It was used to being pampered and treated well because they were.
Right.
And taken care of. They had everything they needed, their housing, everything. They're not a wild animal that was born in the wild. There's a difference. These animals were born in captivity.
Exactly.
They were used to this kind of pamperization. So now these animals that were forced out of Ringling Brothers and forced into, they can't even go in the wild anyway. Now they're sitting in zoos or
and sitting in zoos and bored out of their skull.
You know, sitting in zoos or they're sitting in wherever, you know, and I'm sure that these animals that got used to doing what they were doing, I'd be willing to bet that a lot of them are suffering from depression because they got so used to doing that. Animals are like people. They got used to what they were doing. A lot of them like probably what they were doing. We can't talk to animals because we're human. But I would bet that a lot of these animals are messed up now. They could never, obviously, ever live in the wild, and they can't live on a sanctuary probably doing nothing because that's like taking somebody that's a human being, okay?
It's
And
like
listen, you had a human being, worked all his life. He had a good job. All of a sudden, you're going to put him, he don't have his job. What happens to a human being? They go into depression. They go into withdrawal. A lot of them end up dying. It's the same thing with animals. And animals, a lot of animals are a lot smarter than people. So this whole animal rights activist thing that's going on is totally disgusting. And they should stop those people from what they're doing because they don't even know what the hell they're talking about. And they have destroyed a family entertainment thing of Ringling Brothers and Barnum Bailey Circus, and Cole Brothers Circus is trying to come back. And I hope they do. I really do. Okay? They're trying to. Carson and Barnes are still in business and they're fighting it. And they should. This whole thing, I don't know who was behind it. I think there's something else behind it for these people to do this. All they did was destroy a good family entertainment system for families to go to with their kids to enjoy. Now what do the kids nowadays have to do? Nothing. Where do they have to go? Now there's no more. That's another thing we got rid of in our cultural society now, circuses. You know, it's another form of entertainment for families. It's gone. What good is that?
And the NFL is going to be next because of all the kneel or taking knees for the national anthem. The NFL is losing so much money right now that there's it's already dying. But I want to talk about back to the animals too, because it's just like you said about people when they lose their job after they have had it for many years. I noticed that ever since Rusty was fixed, his weight, like my weight, has exploded. Now the difference is I wasn't fixed, but between all the stress and all the things that were going on this channel, and the fact that I wasn't doing much and I was depressed too, I put on weight, which is no lie. But people who fix cats, I wonder if the veterinarians really don't make it seem like the weight gain is significant with cats that are fixed. What do you think about that, Ed?
What?
About when the vets don't tell people that when they fix their boy cats that they're going to get fat.
I don't think it's right for people to fix their animals, period. I'm sorry, but God put animals on the earth to reproduce and do their own thing. And I don't think it's, in my opinion, it's just the way it is. I don't think people have the right to be God and judge an animal and make an animal go through a surgery that it don't have a choice for. Now, if you really want to talk to animal rights activists and say, well, they're an animal rights activist, well, go ahead and tell them there's so much for fixing animals. Well, how come they don't agree with me? You shouldn't fix no animal because it's a natural function. They should be allowed to do what they do.
Yeah.
God made them the way they are. People
like
don't have the right to decide that for an animal.
It's like, in one sense, it's like they're trying to pick nits. So one side they're saying is, well, if we fix a cat, we're going to prevent them from having unwanted kittens. Well, yeah, but at the same time, you're getting mad if you have a tiger in captivity that's a performer, because they are performers, and yet you're saying is that we should fix our cats, but we cannot have a tiger in our circus show. Now, that doesn't make any sense. I mean, I
don't know, but I've got my cat right here. I lived with him for 5 to 8 years.
Right.
I come over here to visit him, and he's like my buddy. He gives me 5, and he licks my hand. And I miss him when I'm not with him because I don't live with him now. But he knows that. And these people that have these animals in the circus, these animals are not doing a job for them only. I talk to these people in the circuses, and I know from firsthand, these animals to them are like family to them, especially Ringling Brothers.
Right.
I don't know how these animal rights people got away with what they did, especially given the fact that they had to comply with veterinarians and requests, and by the laws and everything was done. Exactly. I don't understand what happened.
I don't know either.
Somebody must have been out there to destroy Ringling Brothers in the circus industry. For what reason, I don't know. But I don't think it has a lot to do more than animals.
Yeah. Oh, just on my camera here. Because I was trying to just so you could see Ed in the background, and now my camera's a little loose as a goose. Oh, okay. Oh, I guess that's as good as going to get. Unless the voice script. So you can probably see Ed over there. Yeah, I see Ed. Wait, raise your hand, Ed.
Yeah.
Okay. So actually, it's funny. I am not actually seeing the people actually talking in the chat at all. They're just sitting there, quiet on the YouTube chat side of it.
Listening to see what we're talking about.
I'm talking about the chat questions right here, the ones that are the written ones. They're not saying anything. They're just being quiet right now. So what I'm going to do is...
Well, we could switch it to another topic I could bring up if they want. Because I was talking about circuses. I can also talk about...
I know that, but it's a good topic because that's the reason I want to continue the topic, because let me just switch my screen so I can see myself here. Okay, here we go. Because it's a perfect topic, because we haven't really had too much chance to talk about the animal rights business. Yes, I mean, it seems like the animal. Ooh. I'm gonna just the camera here a bit. Okay. Yeah.
Well, continuing on this subject, I don't understand how these people got away with this. An American institution of family, the biggest show on earth, ran out of business because of these people when there was no facts. There was no substance. I don't understand what happened. It doesn't make no sense to me even how they got away with this.
Well, basically, the
Ringling Brothers is a multi-million-dollar corporation that ran out of business, and I don't get it. I just don't get it.
Well, it's the same way Antifa is trying to become a terrorist group in the United States. If you study Antifa, they're using their most social media networks to push your agenda, and it's stupid, but it's true. It's not. There are things that we can do against the animal protesters, rights protesters, and the most important one is to educate them and to bring awareness to the true situation of the care of animals. And that, just like my cat, Rusty and Fame here. Fame is Ed's cat, which is laying next to him probably.
He's sitting right here with me.
That's right next to Ed, which is actually Ed's. Actually, me and Ed have joint custody of Fame.
Yeah.
But, the thing is that we take good care of our cats. we know that the circus takes good care of their tigers, lions, elephants, and other performing animals because those animals are also a major part of the show. They're family, like he said. They're employees. They get paid, in a sense, they get paid food. They get paid by having a nice warm place to sleep, clean bedding material in the cages. It's not like they're really going out there hurting them. One guy got mad because one guy, elephant trainer, uses a whip on an elephant. Do you know how thick an elephant's skin is? Their typical whip is not going to really do much to an elephant.
No, I'm going to make a comment about that because when I worked for the Clyde Beatty Cole Brothers Circus and I worked with the trainer for the elephants, it's a little feather on the end. It's not a whip. It doesn't hurt them at all. It's a training mechanism, and it don't even hurt them at all. You realize what happens if you hurt an elephant, if you aggravate him? If the animal gets angry, he will let you know. He'll turn around and swing his trunk, and he'll start making a noise at you.
There was elephants that did rampage.
Yes, and they will do that. They will do that.
And there have been some people who have actually seriously died in an elephant rampage already.
But see, if that was the case, you would have had trainers getting killed, and that never happened. So that tells you right there, it's a bunch of bullshit.
Oh, actually, I believe that Ringling Brothers trainer was killed by a tiger. I think he was originally killed when he was doing the show with a tiger, or it was a lion.
Well, maybe it was. There's been a few instances, but that can happen anyway. Even with people on people. Maybe the animal was sick. Maybe they didn't. You don't know all the time. So there's instances, but it's not the people's fault.
I mean, the same thing with my house cat, Rusty and Fame. You know that house cats have very powerful claws. If you think that you're going to be able to get rough with Rusty and Fame, especially Rusty, he's got some very sharp claws. I mean, he could really seriously rip you a new one without even trying.
Michelle, is there any way you can get a hold of this, get this YouTube channel over to Clyde Beatty Cole Brothers website?
After it's shared, you can send a link to them.
Yeah, I'd like to. I would.
And also, of course, I know that I was hoping some of the people were going to join us in chat, but you know what? It don't look like that's going to be the case today. But that's okay. I know people will watch this on the reruns. They always do. And right now, we officially are down to 0 viewers, but that's probably because for most of the so-called animal activists, this is probably giving them indigestion. No kidding. Anyway,
I could bring up another topic if you want. Somebody might call up on it. You want me to change the topic?
You can change topics.
Okay.
But I don't know if they're going to call because
but I can try it.
We don't actually have the phones hooked up yet.
That's why you got to hook up the phones.
Right. We can't until we get this process hooked up. So
that's why they're not calling you.
The only way they're going to be able to join us is to read the YouTube chat.
Why don't you hook up the phones? That's why.
That's because we can't hook up the phones right now. We don't have the rest of the equipment hooked up yet.
Why?
So what I can do is take a look to see if any mentioned anything in the YouTube chat comments.
You need to have those hooked up. I thought you had it all going already.
No, we don't have the phones hooked up.
That's why.
That's because right now, we still can talk to people on here, but the people that are on here
okay, listen, can we take a break from this? Tell your audience we're taking a break so you can fix the phone hookup, and then
I can't fix the phone hookups because we're missing 2 pieces that are coming here that won't be here until Wednesday or Thursday.
Okay, so that's broken. Okay, I didn't know
it's not broken. We don't have the parts to connect the wires.
Since last Sunday when they were calling in, it got broken?
No, it never got used. That's a completely different system.
But they were calling you last Sunday when I was here, though.
Not directly. See, last Sunday I post the link to the chat in the YouTube chat comment section.
Yeah.
But because the YouTube chat comment section, there's so many people that are not a good quality people. If you bring those people on here, you're going to have to deal with a lot of pussy.
Michelle, you know what I say, Michelle? You know what I say?
What?
Put it back on YouTube chat. If there's something they're going to start talking stupid, we're just not going to talk to them. Go back to YouTube chat.
I already am on YouTube chat in another window.
Okay, but go back to what you did
Okay,
last. Okay, let's do that. All right.
All right.
Reactivate it. Okay.
Let me.
All right.
I'm not going to share the chat with the public. I already told you that. Because if I should. Okay, hold on. I'm trying to page somebody, and I still want to get a few people on here. Well, race, yeah. I'm gonna put Monique Moore back on here too. You and why don't you invite some other people? You have any suggestions? How about go to contacts and go see if you can find out Sherry's email address. Okay, I could do that. Let me go to contacts. Let me explain something. What happens is this is what I call the way we do things is not always consistent. We have like a million things that we're doing all at one time. We have the chat comments. We have the
Michelle, can you put it back on what you had last week where they could ring in and get?
Yes, I'm going to do that.
Okay, good. I'll take my chances then. But if they got to talk stupid, I'm not gonna reply to it. I'm gonna get off the conversation. You should too. That's all.
Right now, I want to get Sherry Heaton on because Sherry Heaton is pretty much the same thing as the other people.
Okay.
Okay. So the Sherry Love here. Yeah, this is her. People originally asked me to get Sherry on here, so let me just do this. I'm gonna. Oh God. Okay, I got it. Copy email address. So let's page Sherry and see if she wants to answer. I'm paging a whole bunch of people I know and that wanted to talk to us in the past.
Okay.
I'm gonna page Monique again too because.
Okay, see what happens.
Okay, so we've invited 4 more people onto the camera, and whoever answers first. He was suggesting that I should send the other people on that were very nasty to him.
No, I didn't say them, but just open it up so you could have the talk like you were doing before.
Right.
If they got nothing good to say, you just don't answer them.
Well, that's just it.
Yeah.
Because if I put them on now. And I can post. I gotta post the link. I gotta get the link first. So yeah, we're gonna post the link for you guys. But seriously, I guess we can talk about the boycott that Brian K has kind of thrown out at people, and that's kind of one of the strangest things. Is the whole idea of a boycott. Do you know anything about the boycott, Ed? How you doing, Rhonda?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing right. Ed was just getting a little stir crazy over here.
Oh, boy.
There's like no one else is out here. And he was like, where is everybody? There's no one to talk to. And he said to me, he said, could you put the link out so we can let all the people in the YouTube chat join us?
Well, I told her let them talk. But if they're starting to talk, baloney, then just don't answer them and say, I'm
right.
Cut them off. That's all.
But on the other hand, I'm afraid that if we bring these people in already, even though we're not publishing the chat, these people are already sending a pile of Mardi right through right now. I'm seeing several messages of Mardi already.
Like what?
So I don't want to lose my monetization on this video again. So I don't want to post their Mardi on my screen.
Oh, yeah, no, that's good.
I'm sure you probably can see them yourself if you look at the chat yourself.
Yeah, no, I just had some company drop in, so sorry I didn't answer.
Okay.
They were checking on me.
Yeah. So anyway,
making sure everything.
So how's Brent doing?
He's doing better today. He feels pretty good.
Yeah, because Ed's been in the hospital before with issues with his back. So he kind of understands what it's like to have issues with your back and things like that.
Right.
And so now, so you like Maine. I'm just going to be asking questions because Ed wasn't here when we asked him. So he wants to ask questions about Maine too.
Sure.
Do you have any questions about Maine that you want to know?
Okay.
Go ahead, Ed.
It's cold.
What?
Okay.
What, Michelle?
Do you have any questions about Maine you'd like to ask?
About you?
Maine, M-A-I-N-E.
Oh, Maine? No,
state.
no, no. I don't have any questions about Maine. No.
Oh, wow, but this.
Yeah.
From your research in the newspaper and what I saw on Craigslist, it seems like the housing in Maine is a lot less expensive than Connecticut.
I'd rather go to the Carolinas. It's warmer down there, and it's cheaper than Maine even.
Is it?
Yeah, it is. Carolinas, yeah. If
Well,
I was going to move again, relocate. I'm getting old, though. I'm 58 years old. I'm getting tired of relocating. I'm still trying to find my niche over the last 5 years after I lost my Section 8. So, I just want to get settled somewhere financially and stay somewhere. Basically, now it's where I'm at,
Right.
Well, I know that in my case is that I just need to change too because, as you know, I'm not getting any younger either. I got a spare tire on me and said to me, he said, well, have you been taking your thyroid meds like you're supposed to? I said, well, honestly, I think I forgot a few times. I think a lot more than you. Because Michelle got so scheduled all mixed up in her brain, sometimes she couldn't tell what days are which because they overlap so much.
Right.
The only way she knows what day it is when she does these live streams. So the other days of the week just kind of look like a continuous blur.
So is there anybody else trying to get on for questions?
No, just
Okay.
I posted the link out here. I didn't put it out
can-
there. I did not put it on Google on the YouTube chat.
Can they hear what we're talking about, though?
Yes, they can.
I'm just a guest here with Michelle, but I like to add that there are some topics that I would like to add to make her channel more interesting. Maybe she herself doesn't know too much about cars, maybe, but I'm a car enthusiast, classic car enthusiast. Rock and roll bands, I'm interested in that. Circus, animal cruelty, and circuses, I'm interested in that. And carnivals, I travel with circus and carnivals. I have a lot of knowledge, and I'm interested in talking about a lot of things that we can have interesting topics to talk about. So if anybody's interested, give us a call on this channel. Thank you.
It sounds to me like it's like you're getting kind of impatient. Because like I told you, that sometimes these things don't go that fast. And it's like
Right.
it's like he's expecting that things on his channel is gonna jump around like Mexican jumping beans. But he's gonna have his Mexican jumping beans as long as someone answers the chats here.
Cunt, cunt, you all are fucking cunts. Cunt, 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 cunt. You're a fucking cunt. Ed's a cunt. Fucking alcoholic cunt, cunt. You're all cunts, cunt.
My volume. Okay, so are you there, Rhonda? Rhonda. Did he mute her too? Yeah. Stupid. Ah! All right. Okay, Rhonda, can you hear me?
They muted me.
No, I know.
And that was not my son, for the record.
It was.
I don't know who it was, but that was rude, and I said just cut him off,
Yeah, he cut us off instead. So
I don't know why these people are doing that. I really don't understand it at all.
Ed, they have nothing better to do with their time.
Yeah, that's a topic for a show. Well, let's talk about that. Why
can't people get on here and talk about, I was on the internet all day today, I know a lot about classic cars, rock and roll bands. There's a lot of stuff I like to talk about, topics, interesting stuff. I don't understand how come people won't get on and talk about,
Because they're stupid, for one thing. If they were smart, they would be asking questions and they'd be trying to enhance their education. But it seems like they don't want to enhance anything.
I don't know. I think there's something wrong with that guy, that just got on there and said that stuff and was doing that.
Yeah.
There's something wrong with these people. I don't know. I think, he's an alcoholic, he says, and all this stuff. You know what? That guy sounds like he's totally messed up to me.
No
anyway.
kidding. No kidding. Absolutely. That's
Probably
exactly
a drug addict or something.
or alcoholic himself. Drinking the hard shit. So anyway, this is the reason why, Ed, I told you that you wanted to have those people on there, and you said you did. Now you said why I didn't want to
open it
listen.
up to get the people to come on, but she did the right thing, cut it off.
Actually, he hung up. He didn't
good.
even. I didn't get a chance to cut him off.
Well, that's the right thing to do.
After he muted us and muted Rhonda, so Rhonda couldn't even talk. That's another thing. I don't understand how people can mute people like that.
I don't know. They have nothing better to do with their time but educate themselves on how to be rude, crude, and disrespectful.
It's just like they like to waste their time. And Rhonda Church says just a spoofer. I'm just reading the context. Geez, that guy was obnoxious. No kidding. Okay. So DJ, why don't you join us? Since obviously
put him back on there. Screw it. I'll talk to him again.
At least DJ, we know who DJ is.
He is. Yeah.
But yeah, like I said, it's like, why are these people so, I don't know, stupid? Does that make any sense?
Yeah.
Is it because they were raised bad, or is it because they're mentally defective?
Oof, that could be a whole topic of another show.
Yeah, that could be a whole nother topic, right? Anyway, so we're talking about the circuses and the cats, the animals in the circuses and things. And speaking of cats, I gotta get Rusty in the house if he's outside, I think, still. So let me just quickly run out and see if he's there while you talk to Ed for a second. Since Ed's still here, I got this cord, so I got this long wire, I can still kind of talk to you.
The DJ said he's watching his son, or he would.
Rusty! Now, the good news is Rusty's getting a little exercise, but he's not in the house yet. So, okay. So, careful for the cord. I know. Yeah. All right. So, the only thing with these long cords is that they're always likely to kind of trip on them. So, what have you been doing every night, Rhonda? I mean, after you come home from seeing Brent in the hospital.
What do I normally do? Clean, do laundry.
What's that now?
What? I clean, do laundry, take care of the dogs.
Okay, and you got 3 dogs.
Yes.
Ed and I were talking about pets too.
Do you like cars? You interested in cars?
Yeah, I used to date someone who owned a junkyard, and he had some 1966 Chevy Seville.
Oh yeah, I'm really into Mopar Chrysler. I build models. Little plastic models, and I'm into American Motors, which became part of Chrysler, became Eagle later on. A lot of people think AMC stopped. You remember the Javelin or any of those cars?
Yep, I do.
Yeah, and I'm on Facebook talking about that stuff. You know, it's like American Motors never really stopped existing, because when Chrysler bought it, the main plant for Chrysler is still in Canada. And there's the new Dodge Challenger. They just came out with a 4-wheel drive, which is like the Eagle with the 4-wheel drive, like an SUV, but it's a car. I just saw it today. They just came out with it on a Dodge Challenger with a 4-wheel drive at the plant. Yep.
Yeah.
Michelle, did you try to get a hold of Ricky Rooney?
I didn't know how to reach Ricky.
Oh, not through YouTube?
Because I looked to see if he was on the And I couldn't find his email address. So let me see.
Cunt, cunt, you're a fucking cunt.
They keep muting our sounds, Rhonda.
Yep, I saw that.
And they keep getting back on here. And that's why
Can you block that?
That's the reason I told Ed that I don't want to have these people on here anymore.
Right.
And he said, well, I'll bring one anyway. Well, then I'm like,
Well, no, you don't have to have them on there. Just, you know.
The problem is once you give that address, they come on here like cockroaches. They just come in here.
Well, you got to set up a contact way for people to ring your phone and get a hold of you to talk.
Well, the phone is going to be another challenge once we get that set up. But like I said, maybe the difference is maybe with the phone calls, people will stop wanting to spend money to call long distance. What do you think, Rhonda?
I don't know.
But my question is why would they want to waste their time? And they say, oh, we're boycotting this channel. Yeah, so why are you guys sitting there and still talking in chat? So I don't know who that guy was, but he's obviously not on here on the chat piece right now.
We got nothing better to do, I suppose.
Yeah, I know that, but still,
We're gonna have to cut this short tonight. We really don't have that many people to talk to.
yeah, we gotta get some dinner in. Anyway, so Rhonda, next Wednesday is the live show as well, 6 o'clock.
Okay.
And obviously tonight is a quiet night. And so for next week, let me ask you a question before we go is, did you think today's show was pretty good or do you think it was pretty slow?
No, I think it was pretty good.
Okay. Well, I'm glad to know at least something got done, right?
Yeah.
So for the rest of you guys, so right now, Rhonda, I'm going to ring off the video here.